I would like to congratulate philosophy senior Amy Cho on successfully defending her honors thesis, Why the Adaptive Preferences of Those with Bipolar Disorder Are Unjust. She wrote her thesis under the supervision of my colleague, Professor Brian Talbot. In the examining committee included me, Iskra Philima, Honors Council representative, the student's thesis advisor, Professor Talbot, and external reader, Professor Seema Sohi from the Ethnic Studies Department. Ms. Cho's thesis is on a question that's both theoretically interesting and practically very important, namely why people with bipolar disorder sometimes opt not to seek treatment for their condition and what we should do when they opt not to seek treatment. Building on the work of philosopher Serene Cater, Ms. Cho suggested that these are preferences formed under oppressive conditions and inconsistent with the person's basic welfare. The thesis goes to the core of the complex problem of preference. Under normal circumstances, we should go along with people's preferences. Thus, if you tell me that you prefer the chocolate over the strawberry smoothie, I should give you the chocolate. But what if you choose not to seek treatment for bipolar disorder, and I have a good reason to believe that you do so for fear of stigmatization? You don't want to be labeled insane and so on. Should I go along with that preference? Ms. Cho's purpose was not to offer an ultimate answer to these difficult questions, but rather to draw attention to the ways in which preferences formed under oppressive conditions may be problematic and indeed may further oppression. Ms. Cho conducted herself very well during the defense. She answered questions carefully and thoughtfully. When the committee raised points that she needed more time to think about, she tended to proceed with a lot of caution, unlike a lot of people who tend to go out on a limb when they're asked a difficult question. On this and every other score, her demeanor was, while personable, extremely scholarly and professional. Not surprisingly, the committee voted unanimously in favor of awarding a Latin honors designation to Ms. Cho, and she received the High Latin Honors Magna Cum Laude. We are very impressed by her and by her work, and we wish her very best indeed.